Good afternoon. I'm Reagan. Welcome to WSGE Summer Sessions, Episode 1. This summer, we're giving you exclusive access to the music of the Carolinas. Today, we have Kyle CAUDLE live in the studios with us. We're going to get to know Kyle in just a bit, but let's begin where every great conversation about music should, with the music itself. Welcome, Kyle. What are you going to kick us off with?
Thank you for having me. Yeah, so the first song I'm going to do is called Saluda, and it's named after a river that I used to swim in Columbia, South Carolina, growing up. And there's also a town in North Carolina called Saluda as well. So this, if you're listening that far away, this goes out to you. Let's go down to the water. It's only getting hotter. Climb a big old oak and jump right in. Sinking down to the bottom, all worries forgotten. Shiver in the river with my friends. Oh, it feels okay. My worries wash away. Swimming in the shade, Saluda river banks. I'm okay. I met the doctor's daughter, too scared to call her. Her number's fading on my skin. I wonder if she'd bother to follow me to the water, slide off our shoes and saunter in. Oh, it feels okay. My worries wash away. Swimming in the shade, Saluda river banks. I'm okay. I found a silver dollar, cast it in the water, made a wish for summer to never end. Now every autumn, as the leaves are falling, I drift on down Saluda again. Oh, it feels okay. My worries wash away. Swimming in the shade, Saluda river banks. Saluda river banks. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. So this next song I'm doing, it's called Late Love, and I recorded a version of this song a few years ago and in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, with Arbor Ridge's studio with some good friends, and currently in the studio in Mount Airy, North Carolina. My band's done a new version of this song, Late Love, and I'm going to play kind of our newer version of that. But here we go. Find will I find shelter in this life? running around after all these miles. Restlessness finds rest in the one who loves me best. Oh, my heart needs you, I know it. My heart needs you, I know it. Still traveling around, never settling down. Blue water's always waiting to be found. In the middle of my mess comes the one who loves me best. Oh, my heart needs you, I know it. My heart needs you, I know it. Scared of being known, naked and exposed, hiding my sin behind these walls I'm living in. In truth, my nakedness, your eyes see all that's left. Oh, my heart needs you, I know it. My heart needs you, I know it. Have I loved you at all? Lead, have I loved you? Lead, have I loved you at all? My heart needs you, I know it. 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 So this next song is called Florence Bonfire. It's my most recent single, and recorded this song with Doug Davis in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, at his studio, which is an old carriage house in his backyard that's been turned into a studio. And so we had the band in. That morning we were filming a version of that first song I did, Saluda. We were doing a Tiny Desk video for that, and we decided we wanted to track a couple extra songs, and so this was one of those. And it's kind of a historical take. There was a thing that happened during the Renaissance called the Bonfire of the Vanities, where certain religious leaders were making people burn art and stuff like that. And so I thought, what if we set this in the Bible Belt and had a youth group burning rock and roll albums? And I thought that would be appropriate to play on a music forward radio station such as this. And here you go, Florence Bonfire. When Brother Donnie walked in the Florence Church of Christ, sweat on his forehead and fire in his eyes, said, we're gonna get it started, gonna get it right. Oh, raid your collections, bring a sacrifice, we're going higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher and higher, somewhere in the sky. We followed Brother Donnie to the parking lot outside. It was a barrel in the middle and the flames did rise. And one by one, threw her albums in, watched the plastic melt away, and it smelled like sin rising higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher and higher, somewhere in the sky. Oh, we were just kids, dazed and confused. Was God not in rock and roll, rhythm and blues? I felt something within me, felt my spirit lift. Every kick, drum kick, every guitar riff rising higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher and higher, somewhere in the sky. Months after the bonfire, we'd already backslid. Walked into the record store, bought them albums again. And one by one, cranked the volume higher. Drown out the memory, the Florence bonfire rising higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher. By and by we go higher and higher, somewhere in the sky. My girlfriend had a Pumpkins record, we play it on repeat as we drove up and down those back roads full of grace and free, rising higher. Rising higher, rising higher, rising higher.
You're tuned in to WSGE's Summer Sessions. I'm Reagan, and today we're joined by Kyle CAUDLE live in the studios. Kyle, share where you're from and what brought you to the Carolinas.
So I was born in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I grew up in just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. But I've been back in the Triad area for the good portion of my adult life, and call Winston-Salem home again. It's good to be back in North Carolina.
See, I would have assumed that song was about Florence, South Carolina.
Yes.
Knowing that.
Yeah. So I kind of say, like, it was based on in Florence, Italy, and then kind of shifted. That's it. It could be Florence, Alabama. It could be Florence, South Carolina, but it could also be Moxville. So, yeah.
It could be. You're right. Every songwriter has a different process in approaching their songs. Where do your best songs begin?
Yeah. I love that question. And I kind of think about it so many different ways because I know some songwriters are like, I come up with the melody first or the guitar part, or I write the lyrics first. I'm kind of all over the place. And so it really just depends. And sometimes like I have hundreds of voice demos I save in my phone and hundreds of notes. And so sometimes a song's not working, but maybe I can take an idea from that. So I can take a melody or take just one little lyric and then it turns into a song. I'm kind of an editor when it comes to songs. So, I mean, I have some songwriter friends, they sit down, they write a song in 5 minutes and it's excellent from the beginning. And I got it. If I can get it 90% there, can play it live with my band for a year before we have to record it or whatever, and then keep editing words because that's and melodies. I'm always kind of editing.
kind of helping it along.
Yeah, just kind of thinking through what would make this better. How could I get more lift here, or how could that line be phrased in a way that would connect better with people? So,
do you ever base things on your audience reaction?
Yeah. So, so the previous song I played, Florence Bonfire, that one tends to, when we play out, connect with people, and I've heard from a lot of people they like that one. So yeah, and then sometimes we'll when play out live, I have a set list, but then depending on the audience, there may be one that's not on there that you'll pull in just based on the vibe that night, or depending on what people are kind of resonating with people.
Well, that's the fun of it.
Yeah, it is.
Of course. Who are some of the artists that have shaped your music?
Yeah, so I do get the Tom Petty comparison sometimes, which is not far off because that's kind of my North Star for kind of the kind of music I want to make. But so as a kid, like, it was really like a lot of us in the South, we grew up with hymns and stuff like that in churches, and so I really like the ones that are based on like spirituals or American folk hymns. I just love those kind of melodies. And then kind of I got into more like the indie rock scene and things like that. But then, it like, I guess like kind of the early kind of aughts and into the 2010s really got into a lot of alternative country that was coming out in North Carolina, especially like bands like Whiskey Town, from Raleigh, and kind of really shaped, maybe imagine kind of, oh yeah, you could bring some of that indie independent energy, but then take like a classic song structure. And it was so really, there's just so many great artists across the state, especially in like this century, that have kind of reinterpreted older traditions and kind of made it their own. I mean, I think, bands like Watch House in Durham, I love bands like that.
Yeah, Watch House we love as well. Are there any other newer artists?
I mean, like, I think there's a lot of like younger kind of rock Americana bands coming out of Asheville. You got like Wednesday and MG Linderman, they've really blown up. It's been really cool to see. I like a lot of the Triangle. There's just so many good bands around there. One of the artists I like kind of Megafaun, and then all the people that came from that, like Phil Cook, and he can take a blues song and make it rock and wonderful. And then he just recently did like an all piano based album. So, I just love people that have a lot of range with what they do.
And we're based here in the Carolinas. How has growing up here or spending time here influenced your songwriting and the stories you tell? Yeah.
So I would say, like, for one, like, I'm really shaped by the natural landscape, like of especially the Piedmont, like Northwest North Carolina, where I'm from, like, and that figures in. We have a song called Foothills Forever, and so it has this line, about a red muddy river, and so that's a reference to the Yadkin River. And like right now, after all this rain this week, it's like super red and muddy, and it just always reminds me of home. Yeah. And so anywhere in the Piedmont, because we're in the Piedmont here too. So that just really reminds me of home. So I like to bring in some references to things like that. And the other thing about being in an area that's kind of, there's still like those rural and natural pockets, but then there's also very cosmopolitan, and we've had an influx of people from all over. And I like that, just the kind of the tension between the city, the country, and I think that creates just some really interesting ways to both approach songs and music in general. It's very fluid.
Maybe some tension between the newcomers and the originators. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
No, that's not a thing.
No,
that's not
but
a thing.
I totally, like, I was my neighborhood. There's like people keep moving in. I'm like, oh, New Jersey. Oh, okay. Florida. Okay, well, I see where everybody's coming here. It's such a great place. They want to come here. Right?
Yeah, it's great. So for audience who are just discovering your music, what can you share about what's next for you? Upcoming shows, projects you have?
So I have this month. I'm not really playing a lot of shows. We're recording a Christmas song that's going to be out this fall. So I've written a Christmas song that's kind of a funny song. And then we're going to do a cover song, but then we're finishing a full-length album. We're mixing it right now. Some of the songs that have been playing today will be on there. And then in August, we'll be playing out a lot around kind of the triad in Western North Carolina. playing the Wild Goose Fest in Hamptonville in September, and then got a lot coming up this fall.
Excellent. And you're on social media?
I am, yeah.
Website?
Yes.
Why don't you mention it?
So social media, you can find me on Instagram at Kyle Caudle. You can also go to kylecaudle.com and you'll find links to all the other social sites as well as any of the streaming platforms, in addition to listening to public radio.
That's right. You're tuned into WSGE Summer Sessions. I'm Reagan. Today we're joined by Kyle Caudle. I also want to mention, thank you so much for filling in kind of last minute. Of course, Janice 414 was supposed to be here unexpectedly. They could not. So we really appreciate you very last minute popping in, and it's been great.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, shout out to Janice 414 and Chad Barnard. And he's also a great record engineer and producer. So we've been working with him.
Yeah.
So that's great.
All right. So you got a few more songs to close
I got
us
a couple
out?
more. This next one's called More to Find. It's about being a rambler and a searcher and exploring the woods and the world. I could circle around the mountain, get to the other side, where the moss covers the tree trunks, where the sapsuckers fly. I could fumble through the forest, foraging the floor, searching for some chanterelles and checking all the woods. You're a freight train running, I'm a slow train coming. I still believe that I can find something waiting there for me at the end of the line. Oh, you may get there before me, but there's always more to find. I could swim across the ocean, wash up on the shore, where they're drinking sangria, seeking shelter from the storm. I could crawl down the Camino and try to find a way, passing all the pilgrims, learning how to pray. You're a freight train running, I'm a slow train coming. I still believe that I can find something waiting there for me at the end of the line. Oh, you may get there before me, but there's always more to find. I could board a plane in Heathrow and fly back to the States, meet you in a diner, only find an empty plate. I could say I almost found you, but I'm always running late. The last flowers of summer bloom in their own way. You're a freight train running, I'm a slow train coming. Still believe that I can find something waiting there for me at the end of the line. Oh, you may get there before me, but there's always more to find. Yeah, you may get there before me, but there's always more to find. So this last song is called Sweetest Kind, and my goal with this was just to write a short, fun, catchy love song, and here it goes. I need changes and I don't mind. Well, I've been waiting all my life. That holy grail so hard to find. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Heaven knows I got a curious mind. Every tree I see I wanna climb. The timberline I look far and wide. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Ooh la la dee da. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. I need changes, but not tonight. You and me under a cloudless sky. The satellites and stars align. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Ooh la la dee da. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind. The sweetest kind. The sweetest kind. Darling, your love is the sweetest kind.
Thank you, Kyle. That was lovely. Was it written for someone?
Yes, my wife, if you're listening, I love you.
That was Kyle CAUDLE live on this first episode of WSGE Summer Sessions. Thanks for joining us as we kicked off a summer of live performances featuring Carolina musicians. Be sure to join us again this Friday, July 17th at 3:30 p.m. when we welcome Ross Osteen to the WSGE studios for our next session. If you missed any part of today's mini concert or you'd like to hear it again, you can find the podcast at WSGE.org. Also, the full schedule of the sessions is available there on our homepage as well. I'm Reagan. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in and supporting WSGE.